This is the remote island where my great-grandmother came from, off of a coast in Ireland, Owey Island. And just 90 years ago, my great-grandmother came from Owey Island to Bayonne, New Jersey. And it's fascinating to see where they came from, how they lived, the life they had, and why they came to the United States. But first, we'll show you our trip from Galway. That's where we started, in the Latin Quarter, walking around. Beautiful place. If you're in the west of Ireland, you should start in Galway. Here is the Salt Hill Promenade, and the water is so crystal clear, blue, beautiful. We couldn't believe how nice it was. The view was amazing, the mountains. This was in October, by the way, but the weather was pretty good, not bad at all. A little chilly. Here's a bar in Quay Street in Galway, a nice lively pub, and singing Galway Girl with a pint of Guinness. Perfect scenario. Beautiful. Next, we took our trip to the north, to Donegal.
So yeah,
Nice little road trip, took 4 to 6 hours, passing through Sligo here. And the way up there to Donegal was absolutely beautiful. The mountains, the scenery, the random stone buildings. And we actually learned that these mountains came from the Ice Age, the glaciers. Here's another rainbow that you see in Ireland. But let me show you now our cousins, third cousins, Daniel O'Donnell and Margot O'Donnell. This was Margot's concert anniversary. Listen to them.
I was reading it off. He says, you'll have a great night. Everybody will be there to cheer you.
Well, it's great to be here. We told her a good few lies. When we were on the Late Show last week, we were talking about what was happening, and I said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to England. And she says, you won't get Letterkenny. I says, when is it? And she said, next Thursday. Oh God, I says, I'm not getting home till Friday. So, no, it's great to be here, and congratulations. Great to be here. And then I said to David, I says, maybe we should sing Joni. I says, you tell her that somebody wants to hear it. And
yeah, and he did, and David came on to me twice, and he said, we'll have to do it somewhere. She's from Falcara, he says, the woman. And he says, Ryan might sing it, or Martin, he says even.
Anyway, listen, congratulations.
Thank you, Tanya.
Long may you continue. Well done.
So that was the concert, so amazing. Next, after that same night, we saw the Northern Lights. And here is Glenveagh National Park, a beautiful park from near Letterkenny, so that's where the concert was, in Letterkenny, Donegal. And from there, 20-30 minutes, you'll find this beautiful national park, Glenveagh. The water, the mountains, the green, the scenery, just absolutely beautiful. Never seen any park like this before. And there are no trees, because actually the English and the deforestation, but they're actually growing it back. As you can see here, they're trying to plant more trees and grow it back. But yeah, only Ireland has 8% forest, which is crazy. The English took away all the trees back then, many years ago. Here's a beautiful view on the way from Glenveagh Park to Kincastle. And I'll put the location of this view in the description below if you're interested. You can check that out. But it was so beautiful, so windy as well, but beautiful. And here we're going to Kincastle. Finally made it to where we're going to stay. From here, we can get to Owey Island, to where our family came from, our great-grandmother. And actually, our great-grandfather came near this place as well. But here's in Dunlow, at one of, I think, Sweeney's Hotel in Dunlow. And we walked in there, and everyone's singing, playing music, playing the guitar. And we actually met a distant cousin in this pub. And it was so beautiful. And the food was so good. The potatoes, the steak, everything was so good, and we loved it. So here it is, the view of Owey Island from the mainland, actually Crouch Island. And yeah, we were walking here in Kincastle. Here is another island where my great-grandfather came from, so pretty nearby they both came from. And you can see the cattle, cows, and one one person watches them, looks after them. And this was the way into this island, and it was so windy, so fast on this little raft. It was amazing. So yeah, both of my great-grandparents came from 2 remote islands. This island is abandoned. 2 remote islands off of the west of Ireland in Donegal. And it's just crazy to see how they lived. And we saw the houses all abandoned where they came from. And it's really spectacular. And actually, a distant cousin of ours took us there. And he's the best to get there. You have to trust in this guy. And we did. And they knew about us, which is amazing. And here we are to Owey Island. And what a journey it was. Strong winds, rough currents. It's hard to get there. Not many people get there. But back in the day, they did this every week to go to church, to mass. If they had an emergency, they had to get back and forth, and you have to wait. We had to wait a few days to get to the island because it's not easy to get to. But we made it. We got to the island where my great-grandmother came from, and here it is. And they had a church, they had a school. We saw the abandoned school. We saw markings on it from the students. They even had a post office, which my second great-grandfather worked at. He was a postman, and we saw that post office. And they all left for America, the United States, Bayonne, New Jersey. And it's amazing to see what it looks like today. But people come here for the summer. They do vacation. They stay here, get away. There's no electricity, no Wi-Fi. If you want to get away, you come here. And people come here, you know. And getting there was, what an adventure this was, to see where my ancestry came from. And that's where they came from, 90 years ago. Here's an abandoned boat we saw. But after that amazing moment, which we waited for a long time, we took the trip back down. And on the way we passed through, we stopped at Donegal town. So there's Donegal County, region, and then there's Donegal town. And here is the O'Donnell clan castle. So this is the castle, founded by Red Hugh O'Donnell in the late 1400s. And it was a major stronghold against the English. And they held out, but they were taken over at some point in the 1600s. But amazing town to see, so beautiful during October especially. Here is the Abbey, Donegal Abbey graveyard ruin, also founded by Red Hugh O'Donnell and his wife. And it's the English, made it into a ruin. But so beautiful to see Donegal Bay during the sunset. And it was spectacular. And the history, the information, the scenery, everything there is to this place. This little gem in Donegal in Ireland. So beautiful. But after that, we kept going on. The road trip still goes. And as you can see, UNESCO site, Cliffs of Moher. I don't know if I'm saying these right, but I hope I am. At least my name is Irish. I could say Sean. But that was nice. Okay, I felt connected. Everyone was so nice. Cousins were so nice. The family was so nice greeting us. And they all knew us. They knew us. They knew the history. They knew every name. And they were so nice, so friendly, spectacular to see. But yeah, the cliffs of Moher were so windy. And after that, here's Ennis. And we saw these signs, Save Ennis Town. I don't know what's going on in this town, but that's how it's going there. And here is a clip of me, as you can see, on the boat. This is how we got to Owey Island. It was so amazing. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, make a comment below. If you have any feedback, if you did any ancestry trip like this of your own, let me know how that went. Meeting family. Or if you're from Donegal or Ireland, maybe you saw also the concert I posted of Daniel and Margaret O'Donnell, which was such an amazing, beautiful concert. And they're so friendly, so nice. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please like and comment and subscribe. Thank you.